You know how Dame is when he talk, he dropping a lot of jewels. This is a seminar, so you're going to get to see. Uh, and shout out to everybody over in Great Britain, the UK, yeah, London. You're gonna get to see the people talk. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop raised me. Yeah, I raised hip hop because I'm a little older than him. That's my little brother. You know, but let me get into the first video here.
Trying to tell us like, yo, let me see you rap. And like I said, it'd be another dude, you know, like a square trying to tell us what to do. He's like, this ain't no free show. Don't try to play us. You know what I'm saying? And we'd end up walking out of there. You know what I mean? It's just, we just couldn't sacrifice him. He was exactly with me. Like, if someone says something, our reaction would be the same. Like, yeah, this dude, let's get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't work with him no matter what. You know what I mean? So we kind of had to do it ourselves. I was like, fuck it, man. I know how to market. It would probably make us more money if we did it ourselves. Let's just, you know, white label some, make some vinyl, give it to the DJs. If they like it, we'll take it from there. And then we'll control our own destiny. Fuck somebody telling us what to do.
I suppose in the hip-hop game, you guys are probably the first to take that approach, where you didn't really succumb to what the major labels were saying to you. How did you actually, you know, what was your game plan at that stage of actually, you know, setting up?
Just to win, man. Like, you gotta understand, we was kind of like within our hood, where we was from. You know, me, Jay, my partner Big, we were like famous for balling. Like, we would walk in the club and just buy Cristal, and we were famous for having fun. So for us, it was like a side thing. You know what I mean? If it kicked off, yeah, that'd be hot. If not, at least we know we tried our best. But we knew we was gonna win because we felt like we the only ones that was really telling the truth, that were in a position to speak it. Like, it's very rare you get a rapper like Jay that's really either experiencing what he's saying or at least seeing it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, we gotta win, because all these dudes, you know what I'm saying, as far as we felt, they wasn't doing it like they said they was. You know what I'm saying? So we never really thought about it like a game plan. We just was like, we're just gonna move forward. Every time an opportunity presents itself, we just capitalize.
Okay, so for example,
like we was learning the game as it went along.
There's obviously people out here who would like to take some sort of lesson from how you move forward in the States and possibly use it over here.
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, you have that dynamic here. You have a hot rapper.
Yeah.
How would you move forward?
I would go make a white label. I'd go make some vinyl, and then I would just do a bunch of shows. That's what we did. Because Jay and I, what people don't know is, we was on the road for 4 years straight, about 5 times a week. We was doing it in like a Pathfinder, like driving or flying on. You know, we was just going anywhere. It was me, Jay-Z, Irv Gotti was the DJ. We just hit the road. I think Foxy Brown would be on the road with us. We were doing Ain't No Nigga. And we would perform anywhere. We performed in barns, we performed in small clubs, bars. We used to have to fight to get our money, everything, you know what I mean? But it was an everyday struggle, it was a grind. And as we did that, we was giving out CDs and giving the DJs vinyl and meeting people as we went through and found every outlet for people to play our music. And we just was in their face, but the music was good, you know what I'm saying? So it was like we knew. They liked the music. Once they got it, they played it. Whoever we came across was gonna respect our gangster because it was so real. So I guess my advice to y'all is, if you know you're real, you know you're doing it, if you really truthfully in your heart believe you're the best, not because you want money, just because you know you're the best, then don't ever let nobody tell you nothing different. Do it your way. And then from there, learn the business. You know what I'm saying? We got the talent, which was Jay. I was the business. That's my job all day, not just assume things, but to find out what's really good, how much I'm supposed to get paid, how much everybody else gets paid. Don't try to tell me something and that's not the case, just because I've never done it before, because I'm going to do my research. And then when I catch you, I'm going to embarrass you for trying to play me.
Young Guns.
Okay, so in the reality of things, a lot of people here forget that there's more to it than just talent. You can be a talented rapper, but there's another process that goes along with it. There's the business side.
Business is just important.
What would you say is more important?
It's equal, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes there's artists that aren't that talented, but they work extra hard. So as a result of it, you see them more. It's not like you love their music or hate it, it's just that you see them. So that makes them famous in their own right. But then there's people that are so good at what they do, they sometimes feel they don't have to make that extra effort, so it gets wasted. The bigger venue can't see you. So it's not like just because you're nice, it's gonna come to you. You got to go to it, and it's not like you gotta ask to be on it. If you're good, you just can bogart. People gonna want to be down with you just because, you know what I'm saying? Because they want to be affiliated with the best. And then you gotta attack it. You gotta like, for these cats, 19 years old, they understand they with us. I just asked them, like, yo, come into Europe real quick because they need to see y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just like America seeing y'all. They stopped what they was doing, got on a jet. They didn't even bring no fucking luggage. And since we got off the jet, we went to the 2-3 radio stations that first night. We did interviews, and then we went and performed. And we performed on a bar in London. Like, you know, these niggas just got off the Rock the Mic tour with Jay in front of 25,000 a clip. But they didn't mind. It was one microphone in a bar. They still put in the work, but they appreciate hard work. That's why I fuck with them. It's still been working. So right now, we on, you know, not too much sleep. But fuck that. I wouldn't jeopardize this space for nothing in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna go backwards. I gotta go forward.
Okay, let me take you back to at that stage then. So you were going around the country, you were giving out, you know, your samples and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
How did you get the attraction of the first major label that you signed with?
I never signed with a major label. I'm the label. I signed with distribution.
Right. So you worked that distribution deal with RCA?
Nah. First what happened was they picked up, in my lifetime, it was a single when we shot the video. And we had it out for a crazy long time. And then Payday came through, Patrick Moxie was like, you want to buy the single? I was like, you want to buy this old single? Are you going to give us money for it? I was like, fine, cool. So they gave us the money, but they had the option for us to do an album. But we, you know, once they had it, we were like, all right, we need to do a remix. And we need to do a video for it. And they were trying to be cheap. So we was like, fuck y'all, we paid for our own video, put it out ourselves. And I said, I'm out of here. I broke out. So from there, we made, Jay made Ain't No Nigga, and it was popping at the radio, but I needed some distribution. You know what I'm saying? I had to get it out there, so we went to, this dude introduced us to, the fuck is the name of this dude? Priority Records, because they had their distribution. So I had a distribution deal with them. Then they started kind of like funding it, you know what I'm saying? Because we was getting so large and doing so much work. And then from there, after we went gold our first time, we were like, other opportunities presented themselves to us, like, you know, we might be better to get a co-venture because we want to make ourselves bigger, so we was going to get the money, invest in the company, get a formula, and then, you know, sell it down the line, which we eventually did. So we was telling Priority, like, yo, y'all got to offer us the correct deal, or else we out of here, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't offer us the correct deal, so we was out of there, and we got a better deal, you know what I'm saying? So we, you know, ended up having a co-venture, which is a 50-50, and if you don't understand what that is, they can say they got labels, I'll teach you what a label is. But it's 50-50 where they give you the money for half the company. In a couple of years, you either get to buy it back cheaper or they got to buy your half off you. So in business, you want to build equity, sell it, get cake, and then start a new business. That's what entrepreneurs do.
So the next step from there was signing up with, having a collaboration with Def Jam.
Yeah,
how did Def Jam settle in with your business plan?
Well, what happened was, this nigga Leor, he had this Ain't No Nigga with Foxy Brown. And at the time, she wasn't signed to Def Jam. But once Ain't No Nigga came out, she was signed to her. So he tried to come at me, had his meeting, and tell me that, yo, we had to pay him for using it. I was like, dog, I did that record way before y'all got signed. Don't try to play me, you know what I'm saying? And like, they said Leo was this ill dude, and I didn't know, and you know, the way I handled it, he kind of understood that I wasn't gonna tolerate no bullshit. So he had already had dealings with me. So when everyone was courting us, like, I look at it like this. There's two different kind of deals. It's the nigga deal, and then it's the right deal, right? The nigga deal is the deal when you come in with your baseball hat and your jury, and they think just because of that, you don't know what you're talking about. So they offer you a deal that's ridiculous and retarded, you know what I'm saying? Where you're just giving up all your rights for a little bit of money. That deal is bullshit. When I say that, that means that's what they're thinking we are, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to say that is what it is, that's them thinking that. So once you get it correct, and you're like, yo, this is ridiculous, and let's say I didn't know what I was talking about, you still take advantage of me, I was like, I'm not fucking with you now. I don't want to get in business with you. I don't give a fuck how big you are. Pause. So Def Jam offered us a correct deal, and because he had already dealt with me, he knew not to offer me the right deal. You know what I'm saying? So because there was an opportunity for me to make money, do whatever I wanted, to increase my worth 10, 20 times, I took the opportunity. But when I got with them, they thought they was going to take control of my company, and that will never happen. It's my company, you know what I'm saying? And
yes.
so that's why, you know, constantly if you see me on TV, I'm arguing with them because they always try to take the credit for the shit that we do. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how the system is. Everyone wants to copy us but not give us our credit. I'm taking my credit.
So what is Def Jam? With Rockefeller Records, what does Def Jam actually do for you guys?
Truthfully,
Yeah.
aggravate me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not Def Jam. Def Jam has been bought and sold. You know what I'm saying? So it's Def Island, and Island is a part of Universal. They distribute our records. And if our records get to a certain point, maybe they can help us. But other than that, we're basically a self-contained unit. Like I have my own office with my own staff, and we do our own thing. I just really need them to cut me checks when I need it. And I really don't appreciate that. Appreciate when they even ask me any questions. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a constant struggle with me and them.
So you were talking about the right deal and the wrong deal earlier on. What would you say to someone out there who is possibly at the stage of finding a deal? What would you say is the thing that they should be looking out for?
Get a good lawyer, and then get another good lawyer to watch the good lawyer. Make sure you got a firm accountant too. Like someone's gonna make sure you pay your bills and pay your taxes. That'll jam you up too.
So the support team around you is important, but what kind of percentage deal are you looking at from the labels?
It all depends on the leverage that you have. So now if you put out your own record and you've already created the hype, they ain't gotta do too much work. So if they present you with a deal, you should get more of the money because you already did the work. They're not taking no chances. You know what I'm saying? But if you like have to be humble and just take the deal from nothing, and so it all depends on where you are. You know what I mean? That's why I always have to control my own destiny because I want to get the most money. It's like I've been doing that on every account. That's why I got my own clothing line, because I like to wear clothes. I got my own music, because I love to have music. I make my own movies, because I refuse to have anybody tell me what to do. I love to get drunk, so I bought a vodka.
Okay, well let's talk about some of the other ventures that you spread into. Why did you go into, for example, Rockaware? What was the thing that inspired you to go into the clothing?
Well, I consider myself fresh to death, you know what I mean? Like I love to dress, I pop tags every day. I got new money, so I spend it, you know what I'm saying? I have fun with it. So I never wear the same sneakers, I always wear my clothes correct and matching. And because we have such a sense of style, and because when Jay-Z speaks about things, we were watching, like he would talk about Iceberg. You know, actually my man Biggs, who's here, put us on the Iceberg years ago, because the jeans cost $150, it's before anything, and I'd be like, I ain't buying them shits. But Jay bought them, he bought them, I had to fucking buy them. Jay starts talking about it, then all of a sudden the whole world's wearing it. So we stepped to Iceberg and said, yo, you know, we helped you out a considerable amount in the urban market. You might as well like help us make our own clothing line, at least pay us to be in the campaign or something. This nigga looked right through me like I wasn't existing, so I said, I'm shutting you down. So I went and started my own clothing company, and now Iceberg is out.
Again, there's going to be a lot of people who want to know how do you actually do that. So let's say, you know, you were to start from scratch. How do you start the clothing line? What's the first step, and the second step, and the third step?
For me, I had to find a good partner, someone that can manufacture and distribute. You know what I mean? It's a tricky business. So honestly, before anything, you got to really learn the business. But I don't want to say I'm lucky, but like I said, you know, we're pretty influential. There's things we do, people emulate, and they trust our opinions because we always tell the truth. So basically, all I got to kind of do is put it in the record, or we don't put it in the record. Like, truthfully speaking, whatever they do, I don't make them wear Rockaware, but if they wear it, they'll talk about it. If they wear anything else, they'll talk about it. So it kind of influences the community, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's kind of different. Like I started, and I'm not going to say that I'm just this ill designer, but I also had one up, you know what I mean? I had Jay, and I had the rest of the rock, you know what I mean? Our words still meant something, so it's kind of hard for me to say what to do from scratch. But being that I had that kind of momentum, I could identify a good partner, which turned out to be I ain't the partner, so I'm buying them out too. You know what I'm saying? But you get someone that can manufacture, distribute, and then you learn the business from the top up. I know everything about the fashion business. I moved my office over there. I approve every single sample, every single design, every sketch. I go to make sure the production is correct, down to a tech pot. I market it. I gotta know every job, so I know if everyone's doing their job right. There's no other way you can do it. You gotta do the research.
Okay, so the Rockaware clothing line has started off and has just exploded.
Yeah.
And you've made a recent acquisition, someone who's actually helping to plug it outside of the States and in the States, or globally really, someone called Victoria Beckham. How did that actually come about?
Well, Naomi Campbell was originally doing it. And I thought, like, if I come to Europe, I know that everyone's going to give me the support within the hip-hop community. I know that. They'll always show love. But I'm like, yo, I need this to be a bigger deal. I want to be represented, meaning, like, I don't think we should just be considered a hip-hop brand. Or if we are considered a hip-hop brand, I want to prove that my shit is so ill that everybody will wear it. Even someone like Victoria Beckham, you know what I'm saying? So when I got with her, and I saw how much she just photographed, you know, she kind of liked the style of it. I was like, this can introduce Rockaware to the rest of the world, and in every breath they say Rockaware, they're going to say Rockefeller, and every time they say Rockefeller, they're going to say hip-hop. So now the whole world, anyone that knows about Victoria Beckham, now has to know about Damon Dash, and that's how it's going down. That's why I did it.
What I
Are y'all enjoying this, children? Oh, there's more. Let's go.
Plus, I'm thirsty. Like I said, I'm a cakeaholic. I'm addicted to get money. So any place I see how to get money, I'm gonna go there. But the thing that's good about it, if I bring Rockaway here and I have an awareness on the urban level, people all around this country are gonna take urban more serious. It's gonna provide opportunity for the whole urban culture because now everyone's gonna be trying to make money off us. So I'm trying to open the doors for everybody. I'm trying to make it a little bit easier for everybody. I'm showing people on a global level that people from hip hop are smart. That we do have calculated moves, and that we also know how to have fun. It's not all that negative shit they be saying.
Okay, so what I really want to know is there's a lot of people out there with talent who try and go for it. Some make it, some don't make it. What would you say is the difference between success and failure? Someone who succeeds and someone who fails.
To me, someone that doesn't try hard enough is a failure. You know what I mean? That doesn't reach their expectation because of lack of effort. You know what I'm saying? Like if I try something and it don't work, I don't consider that a failure. It's a victory in just trying, and trying 100%. You know what I'm saying? So there's always a victory in trying, regardless. There is no failure. But failure is when you know you can do something, but you sit back like I'll do it later, and then you miss out. So just because of your own laziness, you have talent, and you didn't do it. To me, that's 100% failure.
So what do you think it takes to succeed then? If say someone comes up to you and says, Dame, I want a job, I want to do this, I want to do that, what do you look for in that person?
That person doesn't ask me for a job, he asks me for an opportunity to prove that I should give him a job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to just give someone a job. I got shit to do. I got work. You know what I'm saying? But if you sit, show me the money. Show me how you going to make me some money, you're making yourself some money. You can always get with me. As long as you're going to make the 100% effort, as long as you say you're going to do something and then execute it, not just say some shit and not do it. A lot of times I hear a lot of people saying what they want to do, it can be done. You know what I'm saying? You just have to establish something, do some research, and it's all about effort. To me, the harder you try, the more you're going to get back. I want to give you one.
Okay, I think we've got some mics going around. I'm going to open up the floor to some questions.
Okay, and as well,